lick number 6 I call Morsel, and it's a little morsel of some Steve Morse playing. I wanted to check out Steve Morse because I noticed how he plays a lot of standard blues ideas, but really fast. So we're going to take him, we're going to play him up to speed, but we'll also break him down like we always do, and we'll see how much we can get from Steve Morse's playing. He's got some real blues-type stuff in his up-tempo rock and progressive rock playing. So let's give this one a shot, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so one thing I always like to do is blend the sounds of major and minor pentatonics. And I think the players that have been advancing the blues do that sort of the best and consciously. Early on in my playing, I used to just kind of get lucky and play major-sounding licks over minor-sounding riffs or whatever, and I wouldn't know how to combine the two over a dominant 7 chord. You could just play a G7 over top of this riff, and it'll work just fine. This whole thing will really work well. And you don't have to play it so fast. This is more of an homage to Steve Morse, so or is it homage? I never know. We'll just take a stab at this, and you can use bits and pieces of it in your own playing. So one thing he always likes to do is just aggressively go for broke when he bends. And this is up 1.5 steps. So we're going to be bending from this A all the way to the C. And right there is a great little major blues lick. And he really makes a swing, That's important, it's got to swing. So 1.5 steps, release to the G, pull off from that F to the E. I'm sorry, to the E to the D. Okay. Then the second part of it, this next measure, another whole step bend, not 1.5 steps this time. Skip a string, and we're going to go right to the E on the 12th fret. Then to the B, so you roll down. There's a common move you see me do a bunch in these licks. So that's your first part of it. Then we're going to chromatically walk down here from the D. We're going to incorporate that flat 5, so that automatically gives you that sort of blues sound. Then I'm going to shift positions, because now I'm kind of in what I would call pentatonic 5. So from the beginning of that measure, little hammer-on pull-off. Okay, that's your little minor blues lick. Then we're back to, so before we get ahead of ourselves, let's do that hammer-on again. Okay, see how that works? So your scale is here. Here's your flat 5. Okay. Then from the B flat to the G, still very minor pentatonic. Then back to the major pentatonic. Okay. I love stripping this stuff down because, man, the great thing about these players is it just goes by at breakneck speed, but it's stuff that we know. So, if we dig in a little deeper, we'll say, hey, that's what I know. I just got to practice my chops or my technique to kind of be able to do it. So from the top, overbend that guy. So again. I would just make that all one movement. And use your pinky if you want. I see I stuck it in there. Then there's your minor blues lick. So here we go. Once more, because it's fun. And there you go.